everyone, as promised, I'm back now that I've received my WDT or Weiss distribution tool. I actually got this one for $15 Australian off Amazon, including delivery, which is about $10 US, which is a bargain. I was a bit skeptical that the needles on this wouldn't be thin enough. From what I understand, you want them to move through the grind as opposed to move the grind itself. These are certainly thin enough. It came unassembled with this main black piece with the holes in the top, and the needles came separate. It even came with 2 extra needles, which I'm really happy with. They're about the thickness of acupuncture needles, I suppose. As you can see, they bend easily. So this is my first time using it. I've gone to the Airscape canister and opened it up to get my beans out. You saw in my previous video how this one works. Still love it, and it's super easy to use. So removing the sealed lid and the second sealed part of the canister, I get my scales out. Now these are jewellery scales, so they're really sensitive. As you can see, they go down to 2 decimal points. So you can really see the movement there. So for this basket, it's the double basket that came with the quick Mill Pippa, or alternatively, it's a triple basket, I suppose, in some places. So it's about 21 grams of coffee beans. Here I am. I've got 21.17 grams, which is about perfect. I've actually been using 21.3 grams, and that seems to work the best, but we'll go with this for now. I was actually really excited to do this to see how much success I'd have to reduce that channeling problem I've had once I have used this WDT or needle tamp or whatever you want to call it. So here are the beans ready to go in. They are a dark roast. Pouring them into the Eureka grinder. I'm getting ready to go. I'm still waiting to get my smaller bean hopper, which I ordered, and a couple of other things to make this old grinder feel new. Here it is. You can see some of the clumping in the grinds coming out. Very fine to make sure I'm getting the right pressure. And this is the moment of truth. Now, this is actually really fiddly because the needles are so pliable. It's quite hard to make sure that you're not making a mess. And inevitably I did make a mess. I can actually feel some of the needles grab onto the holes in the basket underneath as well. So I guess you've got to be quite careful with the angle you go on. But overall, I feel like I sufficiently broke down some of the larger chunks while also making a mess, going in with the distributor to make sure I evenly flatten the surface, and then the other side of this distributor, which, as I've said before, I use because it has a rim, so I know that I'm getting an equal depth around the entire surface. Going in with this separate tamper to apply about 15 kilos, I think it was, of pressure, which is 33 pounds. And we're ready to go. So that was my puck prep. So let's see how it goes here. So immediately after turning it on, the pressures get up pretty high, close to 10. And in this instance here, we actually get the first drop at about 6 seconds. So again, a bit early, but it still tasted delicious. So I'll take what I can get. So I'm really happy getting this shot because I am finally overcoming my problem with channeling. It's coming a lot more evenly out of the spouts, and I had hoped that this Weiss distribution tool would do this. And I had a nice slow extraction ending up at 42 grams and 30 seconds, so that's perfect.